Hi, my name's Rachel. I'm the homegrown gardener. It's early September. Today we're outside. We're going to have a look around the garden and see what's growing and what I'm planning for the gardening season ahead. We live in a townhouse here in Dubai, and I've put in some raised bed gardens. You can see here there's a C shape that we've placed in the middle, and also there is a raised bed around one side in an L shape, and I've also got a large range of pots. So this is where I'll be growing my garden this year, and I'm excited to take you along with me throughout the process. This is my pallet planter, and I use this with different containers to start plants throughout the growing season and also to grow some herbs. So you'll see here that the mint is actually still doing really well, even though it's through the end of summer. I have two of these long wooden planters which I have under cover currently in the backyard. Last year I grew some chard, some carrots, some kale, and a few other things in this, but throughout the summer I've had this basil growing. We've been harvesting off this very regularly, and we make lots of pesto and other things with the basil, but it's managed to survive throughout the summer. And we also have a pepper coming on. Can't remember this variety. The flowers have been dropping off, but I'm hoping now that as the weather starts to cool that it will start to form some fruit. These are great because when the weather cools down, you can move them out into a more sunny position. In these raised beds that we have around the edge of the garden, I've layered cardboard, and then on top of this different layers of leaves and compost and potting soil to try and improve the quality of the soil before the growing season. So I'm excited to begin to use this space in the coming weeks. In the center of our townhouse backyard, we have this U-shaped garden, and I'm really excited to start planting with this. I plan to put tomatoes across the back end with trellis, and then shorter vegetables along the front of these, so that they all get good sun exposure throughout the year. And you might have seen I planted some rock melon. We ate a local rock melon, and I just popped the seeds in the garden, and these have absolutely taken off. I've had to thin them out because I put way too many seeds in, and I've been able to pull some out and pop them in different containers to give away. So yeah, I'm excited to see how these rock melons go. I'm planning to fill the edges of these C-shaped garden beds with climbing vegetables, so things like rock melons, pumpkins, different squash and things like that will actually vine out and grow across the grass. So I'm hoping to use that space really well. This here is the mulberry, and it's survived through another summer. Now it's definitely lost a lot of its leaves, and there's some brown dead leaves. If I come in close here, you can actually see some of the new growth that's coming on. So I'll be pruning this back in the next week or so and giving it a really good feed with some compost to encourage the new growth. But we had a really great harvest off this mulberry last year, and I'm excited to be eating fruit again shortly. Here you can see the amaranth, the Chinese multicolored spinach that has gone to seed. So these fluffy bits around the edges, once they dry out, I'll be able to collect the seeds from all of that. But there are many branches covered in seeds, so I'll be able to collect a lot from this year. I also have a new addition, which is this curry leaf plant. So I'm really excited for this. We eat a lot of different Asian-inspired food, and my partner's heritage is Mauritian, so we love our curries as well. Grow the kangkong in this pot. It's ready for another harvest. Been harvesting this off this all summer. It's such a hardy plant. I just love it in my Dubai garden. And down here we have some more amaranth, and we actually have, if you can see here, some dill sprouts here. So these have volunteered. I grew dill in this pot last year, and we have lots of dill sprouts coming up. So I wouldn't have planted them yet, but because they're volunteered, I'm hoping that I'm going to be eating dill very soon. Throughout the gardening season this year, I plan on doing garden tours and also videos of different projects that I'm working on so that we can all grow and learn in the garden together. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy gardening.